Chess Trinity. This is week 2 of your training. Puzzles, principles, and endgame tactics. These are 3 main things to practice to know what to do after your opening. That is the Chess Trinity that will win you games if you practice them. Let's do that in just 3 minutes. Puzzle 1. Black to move. Solve in 10 seconds. At first glance, it might seem like you're giving away a knight for free, but this move actually opens up the chance for a discover check by pushing the pawn to d4. After that, you play the sharp move bishop to b7, forcing black's king to move, otherwise he will get checkmated. Then, with queen to g2, you capture the rook and secure a much stronger position. White to move. Solve in 10 seconds. The first move is obvious, but you must be careful afterward. If black plays pawn to a3 and you retreat your knight, they will promote to a queen. Instead, you need to sacrifice your knight and maneuver your bishop to block the promotion, leaving you in a winning position. Puzzle 3. Black to move. Solve in 10 seconds. Taking the knight on f4 with your rook might look like a bad trade at first, but after the pawn recaptures on g takes f4, it opens a crucial square for your queen. You immediately strike with queen to h4, delivering check, and then follow up with checkmate on f2 next move. The weak f-square. In the opening, always pay attention to your opponent's f-square, because it is often the weakest point in their position early on. For example, after the moves e4, e5, and knight to f3, beginners might try to defend with f3, thinking they're protecting the pawn. However, this is a mistake because you can sacrifice your knight, check with queen to h5, capture the pawn on e5, and quickly build a dominant position. While this exact scenario is most common at very low ratings, the lesson is important. If your opponent plays f3 early, it usually weakens their king and creates opportunities for you to attack. Stopping promotion with a queen. One of the most important endgame skills is knowing how to prevent your opponent from promoting a pawn when you already have a queen. The key is to keep their king either in check or trapped behind the pawn so it cannot advance. When the pawn is blocked, that's your chance to bring your king closer. If their king tries to escape and create space for the pawn, you must immediately check them again. However, you must be very careful. If their king is stuck behind the pawn and you move your king carelessly, you could accidentally cause a stalemate, throwing away a winning position. If you enjoyed the video, consider liking and subscribing because new chess lesson under 5 minutes is coming up every week.